Well, 6 of the best teams in the country ready to challenge in the Super 6 Challenge. When we come back, we'll see Georgia and Florida going head-to-head in this 6-ring circus. Don't go away. And welcome back to the Super 6 Challenge. 6 teams in the competition, 4 competing at a time. Arizona on the vault, Penn State on the bars, Florida on the beam, Georgia on the floor, Iowa on a bye, as is... Now we go to the uneven bars. Kristi Uzelac, the 4'11" freshman, was the it girl for a few years for the U.S. program, out of the Parkettes program in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
The junior national championship 3 times. Just an amazing young gymnast. And then retired briefly. Left the sport for a while. Nice to see her want to come back, do gymnastics, go to school, and still be able to swing bars.
She's competing only on the uneven bars. Keep in mind, this is a team competition. There'll be 6 performers on each event. The top 5 scorers count towards their team total, meaning they have 1 low score they can drop.
Nice big double layout. Still knows how to land, that's for sure. For the Nittany Lions, you can see they've had 4 performers. The high score 9.725, 9.75. We'll expect the high score from Kristi Uzelac. The 8.9 will be dropped so far. That is the lowest score. Now to the beam, Erinn Dooley out of Gaithersburg, Maryland. Another former elite gymnast.
She's the co-captain of this team, a 6-time All-American redshirt senior.
And most amazing, Bart, last year did not record a fall. Hit 55 routines without a fall. Very consistent, particularly on this event. Just ice water in her veins. She is so calm.
She comes from that powerhouse program in Maryland. Kelly Hill and Jen Bundy, Hill's Gymnastics. On the uneven bars, the score for Kristi Uzelac was a 9.85, so strong showing for Penn State.
Erinn also has such great presence on beam. Nice poise, good position of the chin, the hands.
Clever dismount, a gainer with a full twist off the side. You see she gets congratulations from her teammates as well as Rhonda Fain, the head coach at Florida.
So far, Florida's doing a great job on floor exercise, on balance beam. Take a look at these scores. A little bit conservative, but this is early in the season, and they want to drop that 9.65, first one up. We start building, we want to see some 9.9s. But I'm sure we'll see later in the competition.
You mentioned it's early in the season. All the coaches using it as an opportunity to test their athletes. Sarah Patterson from Alabama told us that it's important to have a meet now to just test where you are at this point in the season.
Because there's no way to know. And there's no way to see how the freshmen in particular are going to react in a competitive situation. With a big crowd, we have a great crowd here.
From Grove City, Ohio, the other co-captain of this team. This is Samantha Lutz, 2004 All-American on the balance beam. Very technically sound and precise gymnast. The score for Erinn Dooley was a 9.8.
What you expect to see, even from the very best teams this early in the season and on this event. There's these tiny little checks of balance. They're just testing you. It's hard to say what you're going to feel like when you're under a little bit of pressure. Got some adrenaline. You have to learn how to control it. So you see little checks, and those will start to disappear as the season goes on. preparation for the dismount. Nice combination. There you go. Oh, gosh, off the mat completely. That's why I said, are you okay? Unbelievable. This was a long preparation into the dismount, but it was a nice combination going forward and then backward, but she's way off to the side, as you can see. One foot landed on the mat, the other foot entirely off the mat. That's when you're glad you have some adrenaline. You don't feel it until a few minutes later.
And they're young, remember that.
Yeah, don't remind me. Because if they're young, it means we're a lot older.
All right, we're going over to the floor exercise. University of Georgia performing over there. Katie Heenan just finishing her performance. Remember, this is a 4-ring circus, 4 events going on simultaneously. The other 2 teams on a bye, so there's a lot of action going on simultaneously at this Super 6 challenge.
And this is one of the things that the freshmen really have to get used to. In college in particular, people travel to the meets, and they have huge audiences up there that are looking at them, cheering loud. So it's distracting here. You've got 4 different teams going at the same time. They're all yelling for their own squad.
The score over on the beam for Samantha Lutz was a 9-6-5. And here are the scores so far for Georgia. The Gym Dogs on the floor, 9-6-5s, 2 of those, a 9-7-5, a 9-8-5 for Michelle Emmen, the senior. We're waiting on the score for Katie Heenan. The head coach for the University of Georgia, the legendary Suzanne Youghlin, has a mic on. We'll be hearing from her throughout the competition. This is Kelsey Ericksen, 5'5" sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Just saw the score posted for Katie Heenan, 9.9. Oh, no. And that looked like it stung a little. Those short landings. Really hurt the ankles. I think it hurt the ankle a little bit.
You're just being careful. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It was a nice routine. Nice and clean. Your dance looked good. Presentation was good. You overblocked it a little bit for the speed that you had. I don't know if you were trying to control it or not, but it's just getting back into the rhythm of landing on the hard floor. We talked about that. You don't like that the first couple meets. So that's fine.
Please proceed to your next event.
All right, well, that is the end of the floor rotation for Georgia. When we come back, Alabama will take to the uneven bars. Don't go away.